Hello, I'm Sheila Donnelly, and I am, like so many other people this year, coming to you from my home office. I'm a professional speaker and trainer. I work with assistants, administrators, and with governance professionals. I bring more than 2 decades experience in higher education in Canada's post-secondary environment. My client list is something you'll find on my website. My clients include organizations such as the NBA, William Grant and Sons, Shared Services Canada, and a number of professional associations and other organizations. I'd like to give you a look here at what I can do and offer you when it comes to supporting employee engagement, team building, morale, and professional development in these most unusual times. As you will see in everything I do, I encourage people to go ahead, be exceptional. And that is the name of my website, which I founded in 2013. I remain in touch with assistants around the globe so that while I left the office environment in 2018, I still understand what's going on. You may look at my Gaelic name, the name I was given, and think, how do I spell it? How do I say it? Well, it is Sheila. And if you think of me laughing, which I enjoy doing, take out the U and the S from She Laughs, and there you have the name. I build humor and fun into my engaging training presentations. That's all the more important now that we're doing training by webinar and professional development digitally. And yet, I am serious about both high performance and career satisfaction. You may wonder, does she know what she's speaking about? Well, yes. In addition to having walked the walk for almost 30 years, I continue to invest in my own professional development. I pay attention to current best practices and I engage in research. My career goes back to the days of the IBM Selectric, and I spent the last decade and change until 2018 supporting a board of directors, again in higher education. Over the course of my career, I began in the private sector. I have been directly accountable to multiple leaders in the private sector and then in the public sector. I've learned from each of those individuals and from other internal and external stakeholders. Not everyone, though, works in the C-suite. And so, how do you relate to people who are in different roles across the organization? I have that because I left the assistant career to become a corporate trainer in the private sector. And then we had our family. And so I stayed with them for a while until they were in school. It's at that point that I re entered the career. So I get what it's like to be junior within an organization, to be an auxiliary, on call, or temporary employee, hoping that call or notification will come that you're wanted for a day of work. And those are people who also need engagement, support, and inspiration more than ever now. In addition to speaking, keynoting, and providing coaching for individuals and organizations, I write professionally. I write about cybersecurity, governance, and the world of business. And speaking of this world, it's having a challenging year, isn't it? That's why, in addition to training presentations I already had developed, I've created some new ones this year. How to be productive and effective, adding value, making positive impacts during this most unusual time in your career. In business continuity and you, lessons from COVID-19, I encourage assistants to, yes, recognize what's going on a micro level, but also look at the macro picture, understand what institutions, organizations, and businesses are dealing with and all the challenges they're in, so that people start to focus their professional development and performance at helping organizations make it through these times. There's always nuts and bolts such as minutes, business writing, and so on. We look at influence. We look at internal networks in another presentation I give. And again, there I am speaking not only from paying attention to best practices now and so on, but direct experience. I have co-launched 2 internal networks that between them are now going 20 years strong. This is a bit of a whirlwind tour of what I offer. How many administrative types do you know who do not have perfectionist tendencies? I spend time working with people, encouraging individuals to choose resilience over perfection. And I openly tell people I consider myself a recovering perfectionist. The better approach to high performance is resilience, and that helps individuals and it helps your institution. You may know that October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, not only here in Canada and the US, but internationally. And 2020 marks a field day for threat actors, also known as hackers or cyber criminals. And so what I do is work with assistants from the perspective of recognizing and mitigating risks for themselves and for your institution. There's something for governance professionals as well, because I love that focus. Now, we know that 2020 is challenging for many people. You want to bring your team and your employees, your colleagues into 2021 on as positive a note as possible. Again, I'm encouraging people to look at the big picture and to hone and refine skills, communication styles, and attitudes that serve them and your institutions well. So if you know someone who would benefit from some of my training, they're welcome to register individually for my webinars through Eventbrite, or you're welcome to also contact me and let me know, please, if you'd like some group training. What I do, I will ask questions. You can count on that, because I want to know whatever you're comfortable disclosing in terms of strengths, gaps, and opportunities we can meet. What can you expect from me? You can count on quality. You can count on downloadable workbooks that I make available through my website to participants. And those workbooks are intentional. They're not just a printout of everything I say, because a webinar is a great means of training, and I engage people through polls and questions during our webinars, but I want people to also look back on it. So those workbooks are there in addition to a download of the recording, a recording of our webinar, so people can reflect, think, and plan and make goals and then action plans. Certificates can be either exactly as you see here with names and session titles, or I also work with organizations to use your corporate colors and logos. Now, before I say goodbye for now and invite you to share this with anyone you think would benefit from learning about what I do, rather than toss a few URLs your way, what I've done is create QR codes. So when you're done watching this, pause, open your smartphone camera. You don't need an app. Point the camera at any one of these QR codes and you'll find a way to get in touch with me. Thank you. I look forward to hearing from you. If you believe that you want to engage, support, and build continuity and professional development for your employees, and if you believe I can help you, I'll be glad to do it. Bye for now.